All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessings and salutation to the hopeful leg out there pushing his word and truth and its sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful leg, the believers, the listeners, whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. What I want to go into, all right, this evening, is dealing with how, all right, keeping our single, and we're going to go into that in the spirit, because we in the times now where, as believers, we really have to be more and more all about salvation, all about seeing righteousness rule the earth, all about being selfless, being ready to distribute, to the brethren, all with the mindset of salvation. At the end of the day, we should be glued and linked into, locked into the salvation, man, and doing the things required for salvation, man. Doing the things that keeps us in the spirit, doing the things that keeps us obedient, So, as you go into the book of Luke, chapter 11, verse 34, and this is Yahweh Shah speaking. It says, the light of the body is the eye. Therefore, when thine eye is single, thy whole body is full of light. But when thy eye is evil, thy body also is full of darkness. And when you go into, this word single, let's just start off with that one. Okay, let me see. So you go into that word single in
Strong's
the Greek.
G 573. Haplus.
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 Okay, and it says simple. It's another thing. Like really, our life should be becoming more and more simplified. As we get closer to the end, because we in the time we're gonna have to let things go, man. Okay, and we should be in the mind. We should be, in the spirit now of keeping things as simple as possible, man. Not to be overwhelmed too much in anything, man, outside of this ministry, man. Okay? And it says, definition 3, it says, good, fulfilling its office sound. And the more we tap into fulfilling our office, the more, we become laser focused on this, man. The more, our life, is just becomes a walking example of Yahweh Shai. The more we fulfill our office within the lot, the more, wisdom and understanding flows from us, man. The more peace we have in the spirit, the more joy we have in prophecies being fulfilled. The more we tap into, fulfilling our office. So Yahweh Shai is pretty much is saying, look, put a lot of emphasis on fulfilling your office in the spirit and let everything else kind of play itself out, man. Of course, you handle your responsibilities, as a man, as an adult, okay? You handle your responsibilities, man, But the emphasis should be on filling our offices in the spirit, okay? And that keeps us sound, man, And when you keep going, verse 35, it says, take heed, therefore, that the light which is in thee be not darkness. And it said the light of the body is the eye, pretty much what you see, because when you look at this society, you look at people imitating what they see. The modern women, she's imitating what she's seen on Atlanta Housewives, on the music videos, on the Mud Deal plays. Okay? It's pretty much life is an imitation of Esau's Hollywood, man. Okay? The things that they'll see. Nigga culture is an imitation of movies, okay, and rap videos and rap music. So what you see and what you hear is pretty much what you're constantly feeding your spirit. Just as we are aware what we physically, feed our body, we have to be spiritually aware what we feed our mind, man. What we're constantly watching, constantly hearing, man. If you listen to that trap nigga, that trap nigga music all week, man, hey, you gonna start to move in that way. There's a lot of women that are still that say they believe but still have a feminist mindset because they still are intaking and digesting feminist, ideology, man. Okay? So what we intake, what we see and what we hear and allow in our spirit, that can turn you into darkness, man. Okay? So we have to be mindful and have a limit on everything that's outside this ministry, man. We have to have a limit on it, man. You know? So let's go from here. And it says, verse 36, it says, if thy whole body therefore be full of light, okay, what? Fulfilling our office, man. When we're more in tune with spiritual things, it fills our whole being with light, man, with their way of righteousness. Okay? And it says, having no part dark, the whole shall be full of light, as when the bright shining of a candle doth give thee light. And we want to be shining our brightest, in the time of salvation, man. Okay, in the time where the Lord is going to have mercy on his elect, we want to be shining the brightest, man. Okay, really on point in the spirit. Okay? These are the times that we in. And that's why you go here to the book of 1 Corinthians 15 and 33. It says, be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners. Evil communications, all right, corrupt good manners. Okay? And that's why we have to be mindful of what we're around, who we're around. Okay? Because it can begin to have a negative influence on us, man. Okay? One thing about Satan plays for the long game, man. He'll try to wear you out, man. He'll try, try to get you to think that you good and you okay doing something, man. But it's really wearing on you, man. And over time, okay, it can cause a falling away or a slipping, man. Okay? Into what we gotta shape back into it, man. I'm speaking, from experience. Okay? Satan have you thinking something is okay, but then you keep doing it, and then eventually you find yourself dry in the spirit, man. When you read 1 Corinthians 15:33, it says, don't be fooled by those who say such things, for bad company corrupts good character. Okay? Bad company corrupts good character. And remember, Apostle Paul was writing this to the church of Corinth, man, which, hey, this was a carnal atmosphere within this church, man. Okay? So Jake came from all different backgrounds and walks of life, heavy into idolatry, heavy into partying and all these different things. And Apostle Paul was, trying to tell him, like, you gotta be mindful of what you're around, because it can affect, it can, corrupt your good character. Hanging around niggas all the time, they will corrupt your character, man. Hanging around rebellious, women, they will corrupt, good character, man. Because we here to edify and to build up in the spirit. This world, this society is set up to tear down righteousness, man. To be against righteousness, man. And that's why I end it here. The scriptures say this. Matter of fact, probably get two more. All right, this is the book of Sirach 27. Hold on. All right. It's Sirach 27. Okay, and 12. It says, if thou be among the indiscreet, observe the time. And the indiscreet are those that don't operate in this wisdom. Those that in the world that still operate off the flesh, off of lust, okay, off of ignorance, okay, the indiscreet, all right, they don't have the discretion that comes from this wisdom, man, of discernment and making judgments. So when we're around the indiscreet, observe the time, man. Like, we can't just get too comfortable kicking it around, all right, these people out here that are pretty much going off of lust, man. All right, each brother is different, man. Each brother maneuver different, and you have your people that you be around sometime, man. But overall, you should always have a mindset of observing, and pretty much monitoring that time that you around the indiscreet, man. Okay? It says, thou be among the indiscreet, observe the time, but be continually among men of understanding, because iron sharpeneth iron, man. You know? So being around brothers, especially in this time, all right, where you can bounce spiritual ideas off each other, you can, you know, have these spiritual conversations, man. You know, that you can't, cause you can't do this with anyone else in the world, man. Outside of the brothers, man, you can only really talk and open up in particular ways amongst the brothers, you know. So being around men of understanding, you really can express, your spirit. They can express their spirit, and it's a building, and it's a beautiful thing. Yeah, right. Now let's go here, because you go to Enoch, all right, which when you go into his name in the Hebrew is Hanak, all right, which goes to dedication, okay, because he was noted, all right, to be dedicated to Yahweh Bashim Shai. Now, this is speaking of Enoch. This is Wisdom of Solomon 4 and 11. It says, I'll start at 10. It says, he pleased the Most High and was beloved of him, so that living among sinners, he was translated. All right? And we want to be translated. Enoch was called into a chariot. Okay? His dedication to the Most High, all right, caused him to be what? Called into a chariot, all right, from amongst a very sinful and wicked society, man. Okay? Which we're in this same situation today. It said, yes, speedily he was taken away, lest that wickedness should alter his understanding, or deceit beguile his soul. Okay? And this society is just getting worse and worse and worse, to a point that, hey, the Lord just gonna have to get us out of here, man. Okay? Because he said he translated Enoch before he was tempered about the things that was happening in the earth, man. Because Esau wants a society where it's just freaked out, bugged out, purged out, okay? Violence. He wants, people just dumb. You see people dumb as hell, okay? But he just wants a completely wicked, no standard society, man. Okay? To the point that we're not even going to be able to dwell here, man. Unless it corrupt us. So the Lord is going to translate his elect, man, those who have become dedicated, man, fulfilling their office in righteousness, man. Okay? And it says, he being made perfect in a short time fulfilled a long time, for his soul pleased the Lord. Therefore hasted he to take him away from the wicked. Okay? And we want our soul to be pleasing to the Lord, but it comes from what, man? That obedience and being tapped in, man. Fulfilling our office, man, being occupied in our lot, man. That's a pleasing thing unto Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. All right? And we want to be delivered from this wicked society, man. So we in the mindset now, hey, keeping our eyes single, man. Keeping things simple, hey, removing hindrance out the way, man, and just being more about the Father's business, man. Being more about Yahweh Shai's business in these last days. So Lord will, all right, you brothers and you few sisters edified to the next time I say Shalom. Kwam Yashala, Abba, DTA soon, Shalom.